Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with Almighty Turtle 1 because this tank is currently on sale and a lot of people are asking about it, and I'm pretty sure that plenty of you are curious how it is looking like in 2026. That being said, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing that you need to keep in mind before buying the tier 8 premium tank is that you need to have realization that you are going to be bottom tier most of the time. Yes, stats are showing that more than 50% of the games with a tier 8s you are being bottom tier. It's not pretty, it's not nice, it's not very enjoyable, but this is how the World of Tanks is looking like at this point in time. That being said, the Turtle overall is pretty strong tank, and I would highly recommend, fellas, if you are hunting for one or another tank, I would highly recommend to check out index page, because in the index page you can see exactly when the tanks were sold, how they were sold, and whatnot. It is very, very important thing to say, and you can even check out the prices here because this is a clickable link. That being said, where the armor goes of this vehicle, pretty much the best thing is whenever you are playing hold down, but if it happens to be that you are meeting the tank that has a lot of penetration, it is very unfortunate. And remember what did I said in the first moment of this game, in the first moment of me going into the game or just talking about the tier 8s, instantly tier 10 matchmaking. I'm telling you, the current matchmaking of the tier 8s is very, very brutal. And in my humble opinion, in order to buy the tank in the tier 8, the tank needs to be pretty much perfect in order to do that. And for me, you know, I don't mind this tank. I understand the strengths of this vehicle. I understand how aggressive can you be with this vehicle. All of this is understandable to me. It truly is. But fellas, my mission is still very, very simple, and I just need to highlight what kind of matchmaking you will get and how to play with the tanks overall, right? And after that, you are an adult. You will make a decision. Do you want to spend the money on the game or you don't? Either way, the perfect case scenario for this tank, since this tank is relying on armor a lot, you need to have a good matchmaking. That means against the tier 8s or below. That is one of the most important things. Even though if you can have or you will get a bad matchmaking, you still have DPM. Where the DPM goes, or where the alpha damage goes of this tank: 330 alpha damage, 240 millimeters of penetration, and 1050 shell velocity. If you are loading gold, you have better penetration and you have better shell velocity by quite a bit. 30 better penetration and 150 shell velocity, which is not bad by any shape or any form. Now, what is going to be our goal in this type of situation? We want to see Almighty Jackpiece the Junior making something silly. We want to see enemies making silly goose mistakes and trying to get involved. Beautiful, very, very nice. Now, what we know that he can penetrate us straight into the face like there is no tomorrow, so we need to keep this in mind. We need to keep this in mind, fellas. It's not going to be pretty situation for us, although, once again, our goal is just to hit them every single time whenever we have a chance to do so. And you can see that I am bottom tier. I'm instantly loading APCRs. I'm not playing silly games. Oh, let's try to hit Cupola, which is barely penetratable, you know? I am straight up. Okay, I'm a bottom tier. Understood, message received, Wargaming. Thank you very much for such a great matchmaking. Gold on. And the best part of all of this is that we are going to still break even. Well, break even would be kind of misleading. We are still going to make quite a bit of credits by doing so, okay? Skill, I have a question. Why you made a decision not to play in the heavy line? And that would be a very legit question from your side, fellas. But the answer to this is very, very, very simple. I made the decision not to go into the heavy line because we are going to be meeting even tougher tanks like this. And to be fair with you, I was kind of expecting to meet the folks like Jackpiece the Junior, and in the same time to meet folks like Concept 1B. So to be fair with you, enemies played kind of uniquely this battle. But since enemies played uniquely, well, uniquely they are going straight into the garage, right? Because we are making sure that we are going to be punishing them every single time whenever they will do something silly or something stupid. Now, the most important thing for us probably is not to make a silly goose mistake and not to be sent into the garage by the Trash Burn or Death Star, I suppose to say. This is the most important thing at this point in time. And I think so far we are doing a pretty good job for that. I bet that Trash Burn is sitting here. So that means this peak can lead me to the garage. But you know what? I am feeling quite alright and we are going to be okay. We are doing a good job. Now this is the most dangerous peak from our side because once again Trash Burn may be sitting here. Luckily for us, either Trash Burn isn't there or either Trash Burn is counting the bunnies. 1 out of 2 and we are feeling great. It's not easy for Arya's tanks to penetrate the turtle, I can tell you that much. It is not easy for him to penetrate unless I'm going to be giving for him completely flat lower plate, which I just did, but it doesn't bother me. I am still feeling completely alright and I am feeling fine. Now, our goal, as you can see, is to pump damage left, right and center and to get as much use as we physically and possibly can from this situation, right? I know that we tracked him, that is okay. We sent him straight into the garage, that is a very, very good stuff. And let's see, do we have a good enough angle to say hello for Fava? We definitely had a good enough angle, but I think this is a game over already. And once again, I am a bottom tier in this type of situation. I am aware of that I'm going to be bottom tier quite often. But once again, we are crafting a good score because we are playing with this tank quite aggressively. We are trying to realize that one of the most important things being is to play hold down with this vehicle. And even though the armor may not be the 100% or the best thing ever, we are trying not to pick against the tanks that has 300 millimeters of penetration. We are trying to approach the folks who has significantly lesser of the penetration. Hopefully that makes sense. And fellas, use it and abuse it. Index page has a lot of use for you. Just use it, abuse it, have fun with it. And by the way, the internal modules are coming in the index as well, so slowly but surely, fellas. Slowly but surely. Anyways, 4,100 damage, 700 assisting damage. We cannot complain about this by any shape or any form. We are first by the damage, first by experience. And we made 103,000 profits, even though we fired quite a bit of the gold ammunition nevertheless. Not bad. Let's go for seconds. Oh man, I do not know, is it a real life or is it a dream? We are having a tier 7 matchmaking. That is absolutely nuts. On the one hand, we have a good watchmaking. On the other hand, we have a very, very hard map to play, to be fair with you. But we will try to make it work and we will try to figure out how we can get a lot of use of all of this. Now, we need to make a decision. What do we want to do? Do we want to play in the open field, which is obviously not ideal for us? Or do we want to go into the city, which could work, but once again it is pretty dangerous situation considering that XM will two-shot me and I will cry forever and ever. Yeah, this is a hard one, fellas. This is a hard one. Very hard one. It's okay. The idea is simple. We want to play somewhere in the city, but we want to be smart of how we are approaching the situation and how we are playing against the enemies. We want to meet someone that doesn't necessarily can penetrate us, and then we can slap the living crap out of them. Once again, easy thing to say, hard thing to do. We can see double heavy tanks in the typical position, just waiting, playing passively, good. Our team is getting quite involved over there, also good. Baza is trying to be aggressive. This is exactly what we are looking for. Beautiful shot. Very nice. Okay, he just fired, and his DPM is laughable if I recall it properly. So, what I am thinking, do I want to go super aggressively or not really? Not ideal angle for us, but I tried anyways to penetrate him. And now we are getting tiny touch more involved over there. While he is on the reload, we are going to make sure that we will try to punish him. Luckily for us, he is making a mistake. We are trying to phase hug him. Unfortunately, did not went as well as I expected. We are tracking him once again, which is very, very good. Luckily, he doesn't realize that our DPM is like a day and night, and we are going to eliminate him from the game. Good. XM, that's bad. No, 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 XM, you son of the banana. He paid a lot for this peak, though. From the positive side, he paid a lot for this peak, but on the negative side, we still got punished for that, right? Which is not ideal, and this is not exactly what I looked for, but that's what we have. Okay, trying to punish the Vaka. Vaka can easily penetrate me, but nevertheless, I am peeking anyways. I am pretty sure that I am reloading quicker than he does, so I'm going for seconds here. And now we are in the situation whenever we are down to fartable and whenever the situation is a bit different. So what I would love to do, I would love to build a bit of the distance now. Yes, I know I lost a lot of HP. I am very, very well aware of that. Trust me, I know. But I don't really think that I can do absolutely anything else than trying to escape at this point in time. And yeah, we crafted, nevertheless, 2,800 damage, which is okay. We could have significantly more use here. The XM mixed cards quite heavily for us, but once again, it is how it is. Sometimes that's how the games are going. We can see that Vaka kind of changed his mind, and he's trying to escape because he's afraid, and I like the fear, fellas. I like the fear. Whenever someone is afraid, that is a very, very, very good stuff. Now, he may try to run even harder. That would be very, very good thing for us. Although the question is, will he? Okay, trying to go for a hard angle to penetrate, but it is how it is. We are fine. And now what I want to do, I want to say hello for this Vaka. I know it's dangerous thing what I am doing, but I am ready to take the risk for the biscuit play. Good. Luckily for us, he did not manage it to react properly and slap us. Good, good, good. Another kill just like so. Very nice. Now the question is, will Arta slap us or not? Luckily not. Okay, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Very good. Nice. In this game, as you can see, the situation was a bit different. And it's purely because of the map overall, right? It is a very hard situation for us to play hold down. Like, extremely hard situation. And if it is not really easy to play hold down for this tank, you are definitely suffering. So keep this in mind. It is not so simple. But the tank is solid. There is a reason why this tank is rated 4.5 in the index. You can do plenty of the disgusting things to the enemy team for obvious reasons, right? And you can be bloody successful with it. That is a fact, and that is for sure. But once again, it's definitely not for everyone, and not everybody would enjoy this type of gameplay as well, right? Because once again, I know that it is quite misleading for many folks, you know, to see the triangle and think, huh, triangle. I have kind of accurate gun, I can snipe from the back, but once again, this is not tank rated for that. You are more... This tank is shining way better whenever you are being aggressive. And by the way, skill, you say this tank has armor, you bounce at 0. Yes, I bounce at 0 because I did not play the hold down. I used the other strength of the tank, which is DPM, right, or the gun, instead of using the armor, because think about it from this perspective. If I would have been playing passively with this tank, there is a big chance that I would finish with 0. So you need to kind of play aggressively in order to be more consistent with how you play the game. That is the other thing to talk about. Anyways, 4,000 damage, hip hip hooray, 100 assisting damage, can't complain about this. Second by experience, second by the damage, and we got ourselves 117,000 profits, which is okay. So far, where the session goes, we are playing for 4,000 DPG and 400 assisting damage. Let's keep it up. Okay, last but not least, the Himmelsdorf standard battle. Would you look at that? Against the tier 10s. Yeah, welcome to the world of tanks, fellas. Welcome to the world of tanks. Okay, let's try to be smart and let's try to do the things properly. First things first, what we would love to do, we would love to play here a hold down. And by playing here a hold down, we will try to slap the living crap out of the Scorpion. We are loading high explosives because we can, and we are trying to hit him properly. Beautiful, beautiful penetration, very, very nice. So far, it worked like a charm, and so far, that was a good decision for us. Good, Arias is looking at us, but we don't really care too much about him. At least this is how am I seeing the things. I just don't care. I would rather punish the Scorpion, and Scorpion is having a great time sitting right here. Come on, Scorpion, come on, make a mistake. I can see this ELC even 90, trust me, I can see him. But once again, I don't really think that I can do anything extraordinary for him. Meanwhile, he's going straight into the garage. Good, Scorpion is eliminated. Now let's see what we can do for the Arias. And Arias is trying to be powerful. He's trying to pretend that he's powerful. Pretending doesn't work, my man. Whenever you have armor, Arias tanks are not as dangerous as many people may think they are. Oh, come on. Mother trucker with a can opener. Would you be so kind to... Okay. We need to figure out how to play this one. I really don't like to share this position with a can opener, so I'm just simply going to relocate. I am leaving him to play in this hold down area because I think this is... it's just simply not worth it, you know? For him it's easy to shoot, for me it's hard to shoot since I am triangle and I do not really have the turrets. So that being said, we are just simply trying to think of out of the box and we are trying to play the game a bit differently. That being said, we are going to relocate just like so. I am aware of the CS63, but to be fair with you, I don't really think that I care about him. And maybe, just maybe, just maybe, how we could get some more use. Man, I'm afraid that enemy team is that bad that we won't be able to get some free use for ourselves. This is my biggest fear. My biggest fear is not that we may lose the game. No. My biggest fear is that enemy team is just simply far away from being ideal and we will be sitting in the poo-poo hole, you know? And I don't feel like I can make pressure against the bloody can opener myself. I would love to say something else, don't get me wrong, but I don't really think I can do that. Now, if we would calculate the things properly, there is a tiny chance we would be able to eliminate him. Unfortunately, we didn't, which is sadness, but it is how it is. Meanwhile, we have Arias looking into our side. I don't really think it matters that much. It is okay. How about this can opener? I am trying to do some harm for this gentleman. Good. Some harm definitely could be made for him. Nice side angle. I don't really, as you can see, I'm not really afraid of the Arias tanks overall whenever I play with tanks that has a bit of the armor. I just don't care. I know that they cannot harm us that easily and they cannot do too many of the bad stuff for us, so we are kind of relaxing. Meanwhile, TBT is probably sniping from right about here. At least that's what I think. So let's try to go for a blind shot. Unfortunately, I am wrong, which is not ideal. CS63 has a decent enough angle for us. But once again, we are surviving and we are feeling quite alright. Can opener is making pressure for our can opener. This is exactly what we are looking for. And we are just simply taxing him for his stupidity. That's exactly what we need. That is exactly what we need, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very good. Now, we need to understand one thing. We need to understand that CS63 will try to make quite a bit of pressure for us very, very soon. And same goes for TBT. So that being said, we are trying to relocate from here and we are preparing a bit better position, I would say. We are preparing a bit better position. Now, what we are expecting? We are expecting this TBT to go brrr. And CS63 to do the same thing as well. That's for sure. They should be coming. The question is how. CS63 is playing in this area. That's fair. Understood. So maybe, just maybe, TBT is doing the same thing. Maybe TBT is doing the same thing. I hope he won't see my ass. Because, okay. Down to fartable. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm pretending that I'm going for this gentleman. But I am the most afraid of this CS63, to be fair with you. Because if he gets on my butt, it is game over. CS63, he's looking into my butt. It's okay. We are surviving yet another moment. I'm just crossing like so. We know that Arta is on top of the hill. That is good information. Now, the question is, can we eliminate TBT? Can we eliminate TBT? Good. TBT is eliminated. Now, CS60. We are okay. Keep this in mind that CS63 will be very, very annoying. It's okay. He thinks that he has a reload on us, which clearly he doesn't. We need to be afraid of the guy coming on our ass. Told you.
Crack hit.
Good. One more. Good. Heart is about to reload, but we don't really care about that. What we care about that TS60. And as a matter of fact, we are just pushing in front. Not a bad game. Not a bad game by any shape or any form, fellas. Not a bad game. I don't feel definitely bad how we played this and what kind of decision we have done, honestly. I am feeling very, very fine. So, in this type of situation, what we need to do, we need to try to cap the base, and our ELC will take care of that little bastard. I feel like this is the best play for us at this point in time, and I think this is the proper play, fellas. At least that's what I want to believe. Oh my bananas, would you look at that clicker? Would you look at that clicker? I am just simply capping the base. I don't really think that I care about anything else at this point in time. So that being said, let's teleport to the scoreboard. And we are back, fellas, with a 2.7 thousand damage, 2,000 blockade, which was okay, and we actually won this game. It was hard. This one was very, very hard. Anyway, second by the damage, first by the experience. We made 62,000 profits, and we played well. Is this tank good? Absolutely yes, it is. You can love it, you can hate it, this vehicle is good. But now the question is it worth it? As you could see yourself, I was getting bottom tier most of the time. And I can guarantee you that you are going to be sitting in the same boat as I did. So please keep this in mind before purchasing any tier A tank. Anyways, our performance was solid 3.6 thousand damage, 200 assisting damage. I think we made this vehicle work, and I think that we have done absolutely amazing stuff. Thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate you. Thank you very much for all of your support, your time. Members on the YouTube, obviously subscribers via the live streaming platforms and in the same patrons. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. And see you very, very soon. We are out for today. Peace.